Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, um, dear fellow Rotarians, guests, and friends. Welcome to the installation ceremony for the second president of the Rotary Club of Chadongo. Thank you very much for those who have been with us for the last hour. I hope we've had some good time to unwind and catch up in these difficult times. Please, safety moment, always wear a mask, wash your hands as frequently as possible, and do not hug or be in each other's space. We would like to call the session to order, and we'll start over with the normal Rotary formalities. My name is Gibson. I'm from the Rotary Club of Chadondo, and I'm your host tonight, supported ably by Rotarian Kichoncho. So we'd like the president to please focus to the outgoing president, President Joseph, to call the meeting to order, fellowship to order, before I invite the members to take the formalities. Thank you very much, President Joseph. He hit the gong so feebly as a tired president because we are bringing in an energetic one. So we'd like to invite you, Rotarian Stella Arako, to lead us in the grace.
My name is Rotarian Stella Arako, and today I am pleased to lead in the grace. So shall we, for friends and fellowship, Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Rotarian Stella. Can we invite you, Rotarian Justin Dijarinji, to lead us in the loyal toast? His Excellency the President of the Republic of. Thank you very much, Rotarian Justin. Now the more important tenets of what we stand for as an organization, some of the most important ones. Can I invite Rotarian Henry Rugemwa Chanjo to lead us in the four-way test? Henry, please. Okay, I think we are struggling with the Rotarian. Yes. Yes, you're back. Go for it, Henry. Thank you, Rotarian Henry. Now we will listen to the object of Rotary, and none other than Rotarian Kichoncho, Annette, who's here with us, will take us through the object of Rotary. Annette, over to you.
Thank you, Gibson. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise and to encourage and foster first the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world of fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Jojo. It is at this time, fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, that we invite Charter President and immediate past President, Rotarian Joseph Bagabo, to make his remarks.
Do you want me to stand? Microphone.
Mr. President, elect, I must add for now, since he has not taken oath of office, dear Rotarians and friends, and the MC for the evening, who has been advising everybody he meets, including people at the roadblock, that I shall be handing over today. It gives me great pleasure and honor to be here this afternoon on a rainy day, and we know in Africa rain is a great sign of blessings. I've been very privileged and humbled for having been the president in the last 7 months, and also in a club which is not yet 1 year old, since we were chartered on the 5th of December 2020. I have also listened very much to people who asked me to hold on to the presidency. I received a lot of committees and members, both at home, in office, from the village, on mail, and from my relatives and friends, telling me that it is very honorable to stay in power. And I thought for a very long time and reached a decision that there are right things that I need to do, and one of them is that 7 months in power is a very long time. When I joined the Rotary Club of Kyadondo, information then, the ideal was more about service, the ideal was more about fellowship, and the ideal was more about growth and learning. And in the last 2 weeks since my term of office lapsed, I've been able to come across the biggest learning in my life. And the biggest learning in my life, I thought I was the best president. I thought I had the best team. I've sat in 2 fellowships where I've seen the team do 10 times more than how we were performing. So I've taken that learning, and that is enough for me to say, 1, the Rotary Club of Kyadondo is a very robust organization. 2, the Rotary Club of Kyadondo has got a lot of leadership credentials, and the Rotary Club of Kyadondo is finally very, very alive and able to move on with its business. It would be unfair if I don't, at this moment, thank a lot of people. More importantly, I'll start with my family. My dear wife was unable to travel because limitations of travel permits, but she graciously said she would find time to be online. Then there's somebody who has learned over time in the past 1 year that the dad is called Mr. President. And he has also taken, I'm no longer called Dad, he calls me Mr. President. And we have agreed to keep harmony at home and also not to cause mental health problems for my son. I shall still remain Mr. President in case you meet me with my family. Then, more importantly, after my family, of course, I would love to extend my gratitude to the outgoing board. It would be unfair not to mention the new club advisor, the AG, and the members. I'm not able to single out individually anybody, but at least I'm happy that the succession plan has come from internally, and we've been able to build a robust process. I'm happy that the Honorable Secretary, Mr. Peter Sewagude, has taken over as the President-elect. I would also like to express my gratitude to the new board for having invited me. Sometimes, as an ex-president, a lot of presidents the world over do not have the honor of attending a handover. Sometimes they're either in a coffin, or they have been violent overthrown, or something near to that. So, since my time is over, it would be very unfair for me to talk on and on. The objective was to form and start the Rotary Club of Kyadondo. I can confirm that we met that objective 100%. When we send through our flyer, we'll talk about what we achieved. And more importantly, there is a lot we did not manage to achieve, not because of time. And I'm extremely happy and sure that the President and this board will be able to drive and achieve what we have not been able to do for the start. And I would therefore say thank you very much. It has been great. I'm extremely excited to be part of the club, and also my ideal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. IPP Joseph, you did well. You delivered our club, and we shall forever be grateful for your leadership. And as you hand us over to President Peter, we're very happy as a club that we're moving from strength to strength. Fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor now to invite our outgoing AG, Harriet Bampera Obo, who will have the singular honor of introducing our incoming AG. Harriet, over to you. Yes, we can hear you, Harriet. Go on. We are not on camera, so you can chat. Yeah, okay. No, no, no. Peter. It's fine. Thank you. Thank you very much, outgoing AG. Harriet, you've been very helpful. Thank you. Welcome, Tina. It's all Kampala North here, and good things come from that club sometimes. Thank you very much. That's tongue in cheek. Tina, and we're very excited to have you, and we look forward to working with you on this journey. It's my honor now to invite you, Tina, to introduce our guest of honor. Tina, over to you. Oh, that's coming. Thank you very much, AJ Tina. And as you're introducing Tusu, I realized that Rotarian Sejaka's bundles expired and he left us. That is how colorful the CV is. But we all know Tusu and welcome you, Tusu. It's my honor now to invite Rotarian Jane Chiimba to introduce our incoming president to us. Rotarian Jane, please. Yeah. Oh no. Thank you very much, Rotarian Jane, for ably introducing our incoming president. We welcome you, Peter, and pledge our support and service with you. Fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the biggest part of this day. That's the installation of the incoming president. We have PDG Tusu online, who will dictate on proceedings. Tusu, I just have to report to you that on site I have some elder, a club advisor, Shem, who can be your hands if you so wish. But this is a moment when we witness what we don't see every day, when the president with a small p hands over to the president with a capital P. Video.
Yes, you should approach the mic. You should approach it. Says, yeah. She needs to inbox something to you. She says she has something to inbox.
I confirm. I'll do that.
Oh.
The school I went to a long time ago. the charter certificate, the bear and the gun, and the tools of office. Those are just symbolic tools of office. I think that the real tools are your leadership. So that with that symbol, he knows that he can exercise the power.
Don't use it at home, please.
Thank you very much. And finally, Hashem, along with some artists on site, Hashem, you are going to do the song of congratulations. Sing when is a very good case. Those other instruments don't sing, we don't have instructions. Those are the things. And congratulations to that. Okay, now.
He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. Hey, he's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you very much. Tusu for that function. We'll now take the oath of office by incoming President Peter. Peter, over to you for the oath. I can confirm that he's holding the Holy Bible in his right hand, and he's taking the oath of presidency for the Rotary Club of Chadon.
Thank you, Mr. MC. I, Peter Sewagude, do solemnly pledge that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the Rotary Club of Chadondo, and that I will be the best of my ability to support the District Governor and the Rotary International, and that I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club. So help me God.
Thank you, Peter. Those on site, you can take your seat as we prepare to listen to the brand new president of our club. Tusu, in line with your remarks, I am pleased to inform you that my wife, Rotarian Namachika, is online. Mrs. Bagabo is online. And we are still confirming the other spouses to just make sure that Rotary is truly a family, in the family direction.
Bagabo crying.
No, he has lost.
I need a hanky.
Unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions, we don't share hankies, but we'll give him some sanitizer, both for the hands and for the throat. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you President Peter Sewagude.
Thank you, Rotarian Gibson. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen. It's with great pleasure that I stand here, having taken the oath as the second president of the Rotary Club of Chadondo. Indeed, I feel honored, firstly, for the welcome I've been accorded by the Rotary family since I joined Rotary, which is under a year ago, and now on assuming this responsibility as the second president of the Rotary Club of Chadondo. Firstly, I would like to talk about my Rotary journey for obvious reasons. In her introduction, our club VP Jane mentioned that I've been a Rotarian for as long as our club has been in existence, i.e. under 1 year. But I would like to say that I've been a friend of Rotary for a very long time. Having been introduced to Rotary many years ago by my brother, Rotarian Sam Mwanga. He was IPP of Sese Islands some years back. And I do recall I did attend or enjoy many fellowships, but for some reason, I missed the induction ceremonies. Fast forward to October 2019, I was invited by Rotarian David Kasirye to join the Rotary Club of Kansanga in formation. And I did attend several fellowships under the guidance of the club advisor. There was Rotarian Rachel Luboa and DS Jane Kabugo, who was a key sponsor of that club. And to this day, I give credit to both Rotarian Rachel and Rotarian Jane for articulating what Rotary would mean to me. And it's on that basis that I made a decision to become a member of Rotary. Around this time, my wife Cecilia fortunately had an accident that necessitated that I put all social and similar activities on hold to manage her condition, and that including travel for treatment. When I returned to office in February 22 after a long break, I found a letter on my desk from Rotarian Shem Nagenda inviting me to join the new Rotary Club of Kyadondo in formation. Now that I was an aspiring Rotarian, I was suddenly keen to check it, but more so because the invitation was from Rotarian Shem. Me and Shem go a long way back.
Tell them.
But importantly, I don't think twice about getting involved in an initiative that Shem is spearheading. So I went in for my first fellowship, and I can tell you the moment I walked into that room, I knew this is where I belonged. With due respect to Rotary Club of Kansanga, not because it was the Sheraton, but because of the people I found in that room. There were a few people, about 5 or 6, including our charter president, Joseph, and I felt at home. The interesting thing was the buzzword in that room was, I thought you are a Rotarian. So, Uncle Tusu, we do have in Kyadondo Rotarians who were already Rotarians before they became Rotarians. Fast forward, I became the charter secretary of the club, and today, hardly a year later, I am the president. I think I need to qualify for the name Sebanja. Secondly, allow me quickly to mention a few people who have been instrumental in my Rotary journey to date, and allow me to appreciate them individually. Rotarian Sam Wanga, now living in Canada, for sowing the seed. Rotarian David Kasirye and Rotarian Rachel Luboa for germinating the seed. Rotarian Jane Kabugo, who continues to selflessly provide guidance. Rotarian Ronald Kawadwa, whose passion about extolling the virtues of being a Rotarian were infectious. I could not stop listening to Rotarian Ron. Rotarian Harriet Bampera Obo, our PAG. Thank you for the relentless support all the time. Rotarian Joseph Chitamirike, who has been and continues to be my sounding board since I joined Rotary. Rotarian Sam Herbert Nsubuga, our sponsoring parent club Kampala Opportunity President, who was a perfect antidote to the high energy from our club advisor Rotarian Shem. Rotarian Jackie Ayuya Mukasa, the unsung hero who put out many fires lit again by our advisor Rotarian Shem. The General Rotarian Henry Rugamba, our fellow Changemaker President, whose guidance is priceless, subtle, concise, and candid. And finally, Rotarian Shem Nagenda, for not allowing me to settle for good enough. Thank you, Shem. My charter president, Rotarian Joseph L. Bagabo. I call him Mr. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one person God gave 2 doses of wisdom, tenacity, and humility. We never had a crisis or dead end in the club, both pre and post charter. There was no situation or issue CP Joseph did not have a quick, simple, objective, and effective solution for all. 4. All delivered with a trademark smile and a story from across the dam or his earlier life. His typical response was always one word: cool, which meant it will be sorted, and indeed it was sorted. Thank you, CP Joseph, and I enjoyed working with you and count on you during my time as president of the club. And thank you for setting a good foundation for the club. Our chief guest, Tusu. My number one learning as a Rotarian has been to call Uncle Tusu, Tusu. Tusu has been on speed dial since I joined Rotary and is an endless source of wisdom and guidance. It's indeed an honor to have you installed me as club president, but importantly, as a mentor in my new journey in Rotary. And I would like to thank Queen Auntie B and thank you for my cake in advance. To my wife Cecilia, who has embraced the Rotary family by hosting us today.
For one day.
I am not
We will be back.
I am not sure if it's the first lady status that was the catch, but I'm sure in no time you will fully embrace the Rotary family.
Soon.
Lastly, my small tribe, Ganzi, Sim, and Chirabo, enjoy the first family status for 1 year. Thirdly, I would finally want to reaffirm my commitment to the oath I've taken today as president of the Rotary Club of Kyadondo. I'm looking at 2 pillars. The first one is support from the Rotary family. As Tusu mentioned, Rotary Club of Kyadondo is a very young club, and I've been a Rotarian for under a year. So you would say blind leading the blind. But as the saying goes, a child is brought up by the village, if this still stands in the digital age. So I'm therefore counting on the support of the Rotary family, our parent club, our sister clubs, and all Rotarians to support us in grounding the foundation for a great club. Second one is club membership. Our club was chartered at a zone ceremony in front of the international Rotary community, which makes us accountable to many stakeholders early in the journey as a club. Our club has a strong parentage. Kampala Club is 64 years, so we benefit from that heritage. We had 60 charter members, which was one of the records, the charter process, with a very good gender balance. We have a diversity in classification, fresh energy, but above all, an interest in bettering our communities. So these are all strong drivers that I'm privileged to tap into, especially in these changing times when we need to be resilient and innovative. So in line with the presidential theme 2021 of change makers or the presidents, the question is, what will my scorecard look like in 12 months when I leave office? One of my career mentors a number of times advised me that do not try to boil the ocean. Do things in bite size for impact. Therefore, I'm going to focus on club membership, engagement, retention, and growth as a prerequisite foundation for a great club. This is advice that I've picked severally from Tusu, who says as a new club we need to focus our energies on building a strong club and all the rest will fall in place. Therefore, the benchmark for my impact as a change maker president will be to make every member of the Rotary Club of Kyadondo accountable for being a Rotarian by word and deed, and in so doing have impactful engagements with the rest of the Rotary family, our stakeholders, and the communities we thrive to serve. That way, I believe we shall walk the talk and live our commitment to serve, to change lives. All this we shall achieve while having a lot of fun the Dondo way. We are a lockdown generation club, so we have so much bottled up energy. Thank you, Chadondo members, once again for the confidence you placed in me, and let's serve to change lives. I'd also want to thank my fellow Changemaker presidents who have come in the ceremony as we get together to look forward to a very fruitful year. Thank you very much. Lastly, Mr. MC, I would like to introduce my board, Team Dondo. Please. The first, Tina Nachibuka, our AG, Assistant Governor. Tina has addressed us already. Next is our club advisor, Shem Nagenda. Shem, as per constitution or as per law, remains part of our club for the next 1 year as he shepherds us to growth, and will also be a presidential advisor. Next, please. Our immediate past president, Rotarian Joseph Bagabo, assumes the role of chief trainer and will also be a presidential advisor to the president.
Senior presidential advisor.
Next is our president. Thank you. Next is our, sorry, go ahead. Next is our vice president, Rotarian Jen Chiimba, a very enthusiastic member who joined the club while she was out of the country. I can confirm she's not quarrelsome. Next is our secretary, Mr. Rotarian Martin Ondeko. We call him our opening batsman. Next is our treasurer, Rotarian Tony Kisada. We call him the original Dondo man, our charter sergeant at arms. Next is our sergeant at arms, Rotarian Edward Gibson Nangono, our MC today. The new custodian. Next is our director administration, Rotarian Eric Naigambi. This is only a Afande who respects curfew. Next is our director services project, Rotarian Jim Rogers Katende. Rotarian Jim Rogers Katende is a firm advocate for it to work and not work to it. Next is Rotarian Director of Rotary Foundation, Rotarian Andrew Laoko. Our first Paul Harris Fellow. We call him our Kaguirao. Next is Director, please move. Next is our Director of Public Relations, Rotarian Annette Chichoncho. Annette turns off our lights and the music. Next is Director Membership, Rotarian Justin Lijalinji, our official men.
And some Pharisees are coming on board.
Next is our Director Fundraising, Mr. Paul Agaba, man of energy, a lot of energy. Next is the Director of Family of Rotary, Rotarian Stella Arako, where Annette turns on the lights and the music. Stella turns off the lights and the music. She's the last lady standing. Next is our Director of Strategy, Monitoring and Evaluation, Rotarian Henry Lugemwa, who keeps our money printer. Next is our Director Events and our DISCON officer, Rotarian Richard Mami, who keeps our wine, tests our wine and keeps our drums. Next is our club legal advisor, Rotarian Celia Muhezi. Infragrato, delicato, delege, non protest, delegatus.
That one.
Our head audit committee, the Rotarian George Ndiko, who will be my best friend during my year in office. And finally, our club support, Kate Amina. We call her Miss Hybrid because she's the reason for the good attendance we have at our physical fellowships. So ladies and gentlemen, Rotarians, this team full of energy, without doubt, commitments. Finally, I would like to thank the chairman of the installation team, Rotarian Tony Kisada, and his team for putting this together. Thank you, MC. Once again, Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored and thank you for gracing this ceremony. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, President Peter. We are running behind schedule by 5 minutes. When the president came on to speak, we had set 2 minutes, but it's all allowed because he's the president and I'm the Dondo man, so don't worry. As we prepare for the next item, which is our address by our guest of honor, we would like to thank you for the proceedings so far and to remind Peter that among President Cool's issues was also hosting a guest alone in a meeting room and being cool about it. So it's my honor and pleasure to invite you, Tusu, to speak to us.
Thank you very much, Jimson.
Yes, yes.
I picked them to it. I know why. Let me drink to that. You remember the first governor? I'm still with you.
Yes, yes, the one. Brilliant, yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tusu, for those remarks. Tusu, I made a promise to you that I would join before retirement, unlike Robert Chisubi, and I'm very proud of it. It's now my pleasure to invite none other than Rotarian Samuel Sejaka, who is a professor by daytime, to give the vote of remarks. Tusu, we did not set this up, but Shem maybe knew how hard you were chasing this man. Professor, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sati. Giving this vote of thanks. But first of all, I would like
Thank you very much, Rotarian Sejaka, for giving the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, while we're at it, we managed to reclaim some time, and we should finish on the allotted time. Now is the time when we show you some of our cultures. In the Rotary Club of Chadondo, we have a currency. That currency is called the Dondo, and the Dondo is equivalent to 5,000 Uganda shilling. This is a time, after listening to all these good remarks, being happy, changing the chain, helping the Bodonians to get a bit of their time of fame. As you know, Mwili always opens the way, and they come. So it's now time for the Happy Dondo. We are going to post the numbers of our treasurer, Tony, in the chat. We have a few minutes to do this. So if you feel happy, if you feel inspired, you can raise your hand. We'll choose you to say something, time allowing, or you can send into the chat what you say and how much you're contributing. What we raise here goes to support our club service project, among others. And as Sergeant at Arms, as we prepare Tony to read the roll call of attending clubs, I would like to request Professor Sejaka, Rotarian Sejaka, to tell us how many dondos he will give for jumping on and off. Musomesa. 10 dondos. Thank you very much, Rotarian Sejaka. We're sure there will be enough bundles next time. Yeah, some messages are coming in. Justin Jalinji, just tell us what you're giving. Thank you, George Inyesiko, 10 donors. Henry Rugamba, president of our mother club, giving 4 donors to transport Joseph Bagab on a border to Kamuli. You'll use the new Kadaga Bridge. 4 donors from Rotarian Olive Lumonya. Thank you very much, Olive. Tony, if you can post your telephone numbers in the chat so that members can remit the funds. Thank you. Thank you very much. Joseph Bagabo is giving 10 donors so that we can buy a Bible for President Rugambwa to swear in. So, Henry, you don't have to look very far for the Bible. 5 donors. Galaxy, if you may identify yourself. Andrew Laoko, our PHF, 10 donors. Thank you, Andrew. Always very generous. 10 donors from Henry Rugemwa Chanjo. Thank you for the good words of wisdom for Tusu and President Peter. Please don't boil the ocean. That does not mean that don't boil your showering water. 10 donors for Peter from Stella Rako. And we have 5 donors for a peaceful transfer of power from Rotarian Dan Lijalinji. Tony Kisada's numbers are in the chat. Members, you can make the remittance there, and all the money will be made good for the service of the community. Thank you very much.
10 donors for the family access.
Wow, thank you very much. 10 donors from Rotarian Shem Nagenda for the family accepting to host us, and the drinks which are rumored to be coming after this.
One after the other.
Timothy Kayondo, noted, thank you. Jim Rogers, thank you. Annie Subuga, thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the happy Dondo moment. And then Michael Tumsime as well. Thank you very much. I'd like to hand you over to Tony to quickly give a roll call of the clubs. Tony, over to you. Tony, are you there? Okay, in the meantime, Rotarian Jim Rogers Katende, would you kindly prepare for the final toss. Yes, we can hear you now. Over to you, Tony. Wow, 1 million from two. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Sound, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, Tony, and thank you, members. We would like to thank you, Tusu, for the equivalent of 1 million Uganda shillings worth of dondos. We appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Rotarian Jim Rogers Katende will be paying 20 dondos because he can't say the final test as he's in a noisy place. I request you all who are here to be upstanding. Charge your glasses wherever you are with a smile.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for making the time to come today. I give you Rotary International.
Rotary International. Glasses, that's cool. You must pay for the glasses. Yes.
Please don't boil the ocean. Yes, Tusu. You actually, I could see the cellar behind where you were sitting, so I presume that you are very well prepared, the Rotarian Tusu. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We will close it here. We'll give you some fun.
Thank you so much.
Super. Flawless function. The sun even came out when you're doing it. The sun came out. From where
He carries a portion.
he told me that guy. Super function. I'll tell you.
Just look at the thing.
I'm so happy about the time. I told you.
No, you've done it, and I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, even the age is now.
Thank you.
This one is staying this side. The other